Anti-aging drugs, I mean, similar to like senolytic drugs, but I mean, there's other ones that could do different things. So they target different cellular processes like mTOR and things like that, right? Enhance metabolism. There could be drugs that repair DNA, regulate hormones. What can you say about anti-aging drugs, Ramon?
We expanded on them. I mean, we covered the drugs, but in essence, they try to target the very same mechanisms that we mentioned. mTOR, NRF2, sirtuins, NAD, and
Yeah. I'm looking like Bezos is involved in this. Jim Mellon. These are big companies that are dealing with this anti-aging drugs. I mean, this is the most ideal too. You got to think about the procedure. Like, it's gonna be a hell of a lot easier to take a drug than to print new organs and replace them in your body, right? So the convenience factor of it is more is quite a thing. And I mean, the big one, we can't talk about anti-aging drugs without talking about rapamycin. This is the one that's making the most noise. Now, the problem with rapamycin is it does lower your immune system, and it does lower a little bit. It could inhibit muscle growth, but it's shown really promising results in this ITP and the work by Richard Miller.
Yeah, very promising. Yes.
More so than metformin.
Yes.
And then the NAD precursors, I guess, are they considered drugs? Well, I know NMN, Sinclair's companies trying to make it be classified as a drug, but NAD precursors, like, I mean, NR is a supplement. It's not a drug, right?
Yes.
But the NAD gives you energy and plays key roles in your body. This is interesting. We talked about resveratrol, we talked about spermidine, which are more kind of supplements, but telomerase activators. So can you talk about more of this? What is this T65 all about? And
it's a compound that's supposed to increase the length of telomeres. I'm not a big fan of the theory that increasing telomeres is going to make us live longer, so I'm not a big fan of
that. Could actually cause cancer too, right? The whole
It just it doesn't make sense because many of for example, the nervous system, you don't have contraction of the telomeres as you age, so it's not like the entire body has the same clock. Like different cells, as it's not a very proven model for longevity, in my opinion. But yes, telomerase is the enzyme that increases telomeres. Telomeres are the clocks at the end of the chromosomes. So theoretically, if you can increase the amount of times a cell can divide, you can increase your lifespan. That's the theory. But it's very arguable if it's really stand the test of reality.
Gotcha. What about this one, caloric restriction mimetics? So this is compounds. I'll explain the idea here. So caloric restriction is something that's proven basically over and over in like animal models to increase lifespan, but it's very hard, a lot of side effects, and it's very, very hard for people. So
and reduce the quality of life as well.
The quality of life totally goes down. So the idea is, what if you could take a pill that's going to give you the same effect as caloric restriction without actually restricting the calories? And there's drugs being researched on that. Remember, when it comes to drugs and when it comes to this next area that we're going to talk about, which is peptides, talk to your doctor about them. Don't just look at these drugs we talk about and start taking them. Can't stress that enough.